generated themselves back up, and there's a subcommittee of the Seward Changing the Game group that met last night, and so they put a 4-part plan together to reallocate and do the last bit of fundraising that they want to do at the price point that they're comfortable at, and so they have a pretty comprehensive plan to get that going and get that shored up, and so full speed ahead. So hopefully on Monday we have good news, and we're basically completely done with that design phase, and then we're just going into moving cabinets around and trying to get furniture ordered and get the first package out for bid through Sampson for civil work and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. In the meantime, we do start continuing to gear up on just some of the programming. We're starting to have some more discussions with childcare elements. We're meeting with the Jays Club again this summer once they're out of school to kind of get a refresher on how their program went over the last year, and ideas and opportunities to incorporate that, because I think the school, that's kind of one of the expectations, is that hopefully the school can work to utilize that program over with us instead. So we'll keep moving on things.
Any questions or comments? Yes.
Can we assume that once that rendering is available, that it'll appear on our website?
No, we don't want to show it until we know that that's essentially where we're at, and the committee has said, yep, this is essentially it.
So it's gotta reach that point where
Yep.
the committee is.
We want to be like,
weighed
we're
in.
moving cabinets around and stuff. We're not moving rooms and walls.
Yeah,
Cause like, if you remember what we put out during, the lead up to the vote, I mean, it looks nothing like that.
yeah.
In the context of the shape and what it looks like. It's on one floor now, and it has a whole different corridor entrance, and, so it will look completely different. We've consolidated some stuff. Cause again, we're also value engineering. We're trying to keep this thing in budget, and we all know what happened to it,
Yeah.
so, but we're not, we're trying to keep the program, we call it programming, but the programming of it the same. You got 2 gyms, a track, 4 and after school care, a child watch, a pool, an extra pool amenity, a weight room, and a studio. So just trying to hit all of those, weight room cardio, but hit all of those things, build it in a way that it can be expanded later in numerous ways. So we're not putting corridors and hallways that just terminate in weird spots that we're like, this makes no sense when we build onto the building in the future. So we've kind of done that, and I'm amazed at how much we argue over paint and tape on the gym floor. We really had it back and forth on that, but that's fine. We understand that doesn't make a huge difference in regards to the context of the cost. So, but make sure the programming fits, that we could actually fit volleyball in the way we wanted. Again, the needs are slightly different than basketball, so we want to make sure it squared out correctly and what the field of play felt like. You know, am I careening into a walker on the track while I'm trying to dive for a ball, or take it to kind of the main out of bounds, stuff like that. So, but I think they're there. I think they're very, very close, especially with seeing what the pool was. And they actually laid out, and we saw what they felt in regards to like pool mechanical. I know that's one of Matt's favorite ones, and he kind of missed it the other day, but they really talked us through like what that mechanical room looks like, what the pit looks like, how we access the chemical rooms, and how those are oriented. And then how the plumbing comes through from the mechanical into the pool, and where we put the deep end, and some of these other things. And so it'll be quite functional. We got a nice facility. I think we got it all in there, but we're gonna roll it out here.
At the end of the day, we want to make sure we're delivering what was promised,
Right.
as far as what you mentioned, the programming and what it does. I know sometimes people get hung up on what it looks like, and unfortunately, if the price estimates, cost estimates had been what we originally thought, it would look pretty close to what we had shown before, but the reality is it's just not feasible.
Mhm.
And so we don't want it to be the appearance of like a bait and switch or anything like that. It's gonna be what we said it was gonna be. It's just gonna, how we go about it and arranging it on one level is just gonna be different. But once we get to Greg's point, once we get to a phase where we're comfortable sharing that and getting out there, we definitely want to promote it. We just don't want to get the cart ahead of the horse on
You,
that.
I understand.
Yeah. Any other questions or comments for Greg? If not, we can go on to his report.
Administrator's report is in there. Again, I'll be honest with you, the biggest one that's going on right now is, last Friday was Nick Wolf's last day with the city as finance director. He's moved on to take over a similar role for LES. And so filling that one is gonna be our main, I'll be honest with you, our main priority, number one, because there was so much that Nick undertakes and it's just, gonna be a hard slog. We already went through one round and we're unable to secure a candidate. And so, we're actively recruiting the next round and trying to work through that process. And so if you know of anybody that'd be interested in city employee that's got a little bit of a background in finance, payroll, auditing, accounting, you name it, let us know. But Derek's doing a really good job of keeping our opportunities in front of people. And we're not sitting on our hands. I mean, we're making direct contacts ourselves, letters, calls, things like that, letting people know about the opportunity. So, still rolling on the police officer one, just shows you how hard the labor market is right now. We're gonna finish off closing out our journeyman lineman position that opened up even after our work. We're still losing linemen. And so we'll try to fill that one back up. We have a few candidates for that one, so we're excited about that. And then budget. My whole last week was just day in, day out budget with Nick on the way out the door as we went and did every budget initially with all the department heads. So that's a big 3-4 day effort just to get through all those and go through every single line item of the budget, talk about every element of it and go through that with them and get the initial stuff done. Now we'll do the follow-ups, lead into June and July, where we'll get some of the last minute data, get estimates on tax rolls, property taxes, and then start estimating year ends so that we understand cash flow, and then we'll start rolling out a budget for you. But that's a huge undertaking. Brandon got to have his first budget meeting and realized the level of depth we go to. So drilling down about his service agreements and everything else, you name it. So I can answer questions about anything else you see in there, but again, that's the big one.
Any questions or comments for Greg?
Move approve.
Second.
A motion and a second, is there any further discussion? Seeing none, register your votes. Please display the votes.
Voting in favor, Wilkin, Kaler, Tanya, Singleton, Stressen, Morgan, 6-0.
Reviewing future requests for council agenda items or administrative action. Seeing none. Jonathan, you made it.
I am here, but I'm gonna have.
Oh, you're gonna delegate.
Donna's
Donna,
ready to
welcome.
go.
Tell us what's going on in Seward.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is from Jonathan, so here's our good information here tonight. Tuesday, May 23rd at 11:30 a.m. is a ribbon cutting and luncheon with our ambassadors to celebrate Mercy City Church's expanded space in downtown Seward. You are welcome to join us. Wednesday, May 31st, Seward 4th of July celebration kickoff event is scheduled for 7 p.m. at the Nebraska National Guard Museum. Please consider kicking off this celebration with us. And as noted earlier, Seward is hosting Bicycle Ride Across Nebraska, or BRAN, on June 9th and 10th, where we'll host approximately 400 cyclists in the community for an overnight stay. We'll be hosting a street dance to welcome them and encourage their shopping and dining around downtown during their stay. And in case you get any questions, the 4th of July celebration in Seward will be on Tuesday, July 4th. This will take place rain or shine, and we look forward to celebrating with 40,000 or more of our closest friends. Thank you.
And also, I just
Whoa,
wanted
whoa, whoa, whoa. You said Donna was doing
to,
this.
correct, and she did an excellent job.
Wow.
And
I have an-
Jonathan has an additional.
I have an addendum, I told her I was gonna come with an
Isn't
addendum.
it the worst when your boss is right next to you?
Yep,
I
it
am the
is.
worst.
Wait,
Thank you, Donna.
Yeah.
Just quick note, if you haven't seen, we were fortunate to get an award from the Rural Workforce Housing Fund, and so state grants that we'll see actually come through in July. So we'll have 1.134 million to build more workforce housing in the community and across the county. So good news to share.
thank you. Alright, next we have a strategy session. Is there a motion?
Okay, move that the city council go into closed session with the mayor, city administrator,
I got one for you. Instead of city attorney, have Connor.
okay, Connor, and the city clerk for the protection of the public interest and discuss real estate interests at the Seward Rail campus, and to provide the city attorney with negotiating guidance for a period not to exceed 30 minutes.
Alright, we have a motion, is there a second?
Sorry,
Jonathan?
was I in there?
Nope.
Oh, add Jonathan.
And Jonathan.
And Jonathan.
We have a motion, is there a second? We have a motion and a second. Please register your votes. Please display the votes.
I didn't write it.
Wilkin, Taylor, Time, and Singleton, Streisand, we're in 6-0.
Alright, the council has voted to go into closed session at 8:04 PM for the protection of the public interest to discuss real estate interests at the Seward Rail campus, to provide the city attorney with negotiating guidance. No formal action will be taken. We are in closed session. Thank you.